And a manhunt underway for a fugitive accused of attacking a police officer.
And News Channel 5's Dan Kennedy is in Millersville tracking the latest.
Millersville police yesterday called around the citizens of this area, letting them know they don't think that Terrell Stevenson is still in Millersville. Instead, the police department says he could be in the Madison area, though they haven't yet clarified why they think that. Authorities, though, this morning warning everyone to be on the lookout for this man who assaulted an officer. His name, again, Terrell Stevenson, 27 years old. He's been on the run since yesterday morning. Millersville police officer stopped him at a gas station on a traffic stop, and that's when police say that officer was assaulted. The police chief says that one of his officers was approaching Stevenson's car. Stevenson got out of his car. There were words exchanged, and the man assaulted the officer, according to the police chief. That officer was not seriously injured, but Stevenson ran off. His girlfriend, though, stayed behind in the car. She was arrested and booked in the Sumner County Jail. Again, as for Stevenson, they think he may be towards the Madison area this morning. They're asking everyone to be vigilant and alert for a man to be considered armed and dangerous. Reporting from Millersville, Dan Kennedy, News Channel 5.
Dan, thank you. A violent sex offender is on the run right now after police say he tossed his ankle monitor into the Cumberland River. Police tell us Michael St. Clair cut the monitor off around midnight Sunday. Officers tracked the device to the bottom of the Cumberland. He's going to be facing even more charges when they catch up to him.
New this morning for you, some scary moments in Chattanooga when a plane coming to Nashville had to make an emergency landing. Officials say that a sensor went off indicating smoke in the cargo bay. That forced that plane to land. Luckily, no fire. The plane landed safely and no one was hurt. Amy?
A mom is waking up in jail charged with attempted murder against her 5-month-old son. Grand jury indicted Alexis Bagwell yesterday. Staff at Vanderbilt became suspicious of the 22-year-old while her son was being treated for a seizure last year. 2 days in a row, medical personnel had to come to the child's room due to issues while he was alone with his mother. The toddler is now healthy and in foster care. And a local dad has pleaded guilty to child endangerment. Tommy Washington will be on probation for the next year. Back in May, a toddler at the James Casey Homes wandered away from his dad and found a gun and accidentally shot himself. Thankfully, it was just a minor wound. The gun had been left on the bed. And happening today, the trial continues for a Hendersonville dad accused of shooting and killing his daughter as she got home from her first day of school last year. Timothy Batts is charged with reckless homicide and tampering with evidence in the death of his 11-year-old daughter, Tamia. A key piece of evidence in the trial will be surveillance video from the home taken just before the shooting.
He captures Mr. Batts picking Tamia up in his arms after he'd shot her through and through and rushing out of the house with her.
Investigators testified that Batts first told them Tamia was shot after getting off the bus, but later claimed that he shot her by accident after being startled when she came in the door. Day 2 in the trial starts bright and early this morning. News Channel 5's Matthew Torres will be there. Follow him on social media for updates.
Amy, new this morning, police in Millersville, they need your help. They're trying to identify 2 armed robbers. Kind of tough to identify these folks here. We know the surveillance video is somewhat grainy, but investigators say these 2 guys robbed the Authentic Coffee shop yesterday at gunpoint. The gunman forcing an employee and a customer into the bathroom, stealing then cash, cell phones, even a small safe. They took off in that white 4-door sedan, maybe a Volvo, not really clear. If you know anything about this, contact the Millersville Police Department. This morning, federal and state investigators in Kentucky are trying to find this guy. He's a bank robber. He was in Franklin yesterday at the U.S. Bank on South Main Street in Kentucky a little after noon. Police say the guy handed the teller a note and said, "This is a robbery." The teller handed over cash the man left in a small red car. If you recognize him at all, call 270-586-7167, the number right there on that white part of the graphic there at the bottom of your screen. Right now, investigators need your help finding the driver who hit and killed a man who was just checking his mail. That driver drove away. It happened just off Highway 41 in Coffee County. Authorities found debris at the scene, including a side mirror matching an older model Mitsubishi Galant, gray in color, they believe. It has front end damage, probably even windshield damage, they expect. Call THP if you can help at all.
Well, a boat ramp is back open this morning after a truck ended up going for a little swim in the Cumberland.
Oops.
Happened Sunday night at the Freedom Point in Clarksville. Police say a man was backing out of the parking lot when his truck got stuck. So the man got out to see what was in the way, and his truck rolled into the river. Yesterday, divers went into the water. They connected a tow hook to the truck so that it could be pulled out.
Oh, that's depressing, isn't it?
That's tough.
That's
Poor guy.
hard to see.
All right, and happening today, a special baseball clinic series for kids coming to Music City. It's all free, too. Today's clinic will feature MLB veterans Kevin Jarvis, Jerry Bell, Clay Parker, Jose Rodriguez, and Doug Simmons. You can register this morning at 8:30 at Lipscomb University at their field. The clinic starts at 9. It's going to go till 11. It's going to focus on pitching, catching, and base running, so have fun.
Good stuff. All right, if golf is more your game and you would like to work at the new Nashville Top Golf, I know that's a baseball stadium right there, but they're doing this kind of preview when they're doing it at different kinds of venues. All right, go ahead, dust off your resume if you'd like to work at Top Golf. 500 jobs up for grabs, ranging from bartenders to maintenance, even guest services. Not your normal job interview. They say they will have team-building challenges and X-Factor style panel interviews where applicants speak or maybe perform for a minute and a half about a topic of their choice. How crazy is that going to be? You can find details on how to apply at newschannel5.com. A lot of people excited about Top Golf coming over to East Nashville, so it'll be fun.